I'm planning to visit the United States at least a couple of times this first half of 2012. First to New York in April on the 20th and the 21st to do the light body program. Again, I will visit in July for the Guru Purnima event that is on June 30th through July 2nd. Both of them really are going to be light body programs, and I will cover common topics. The difference is in Mount Shasta, you are in a spiritual place, and then there is a initiation within the pyramid that we have been going for some time. And those two items will be missing in the New York program. But generally, I will cover the key techniques in both places. Now, let me give you a little bit orientation to this course. I'm going to be totally immerse myself both personally and also in my teaching practice in bringing light to this world, light to our own consciousness. Our consciousness has been caught up in rationality, and we have only limited access to intelligence when you approach life through just rationality. So you have to open up to a higher intelligence, and the higher intelligence is just not rationality. Luckily, the world through quantum physics has come to recognize the importance of mind over matter. Quantum physics now clearly says that who is important in the equation between mind and matter is the mind. The observer decides the reality. So who is the observer? The observer is your consciousness. The consciousness decides poverty as well as prosperity. So one is totally responsible for that, and then one can change one's situation by looking at one's own light within. So the light body program, some people have a misunderstanding that it is anti-life, is a losing proposition of going away from life. It's not, it's a misconception. Light body program is a program that will empower you, make you to vibrate at the speed of light. A light body program, if I have to use one keyword, is about speed. And we are now at a speed like a snail moving because of our concepts of rationality, cause and effect. And we have to bypass this and go to a higher reality. So light body is going to give, program is going to give us a higher intelligence that can open up the entire range of intelligence, just not simply looking at intelligence through rational categories, but then getting into this domain where everything is possible, like the quantum field, where it's a field where possibility is everywhere. So I will teach many techniques, how to raise your consciousness and then move it from the domain of rationality and take you to the domain where you can have complete access to the total intelligence. So that will result in turning the body cells into light. And that was the proposition by the Siddhas, that we are caught up in the material consciousness. That's why we have this material body. When we move our consciousness from matter to light, then the body doesn't any longer is focused on the material existence. So what it means is just the focus. So we learn to focus not on just matter, but on the fundamental constituent particles of matter, which is light. And that is our reality. And this is how I propose to bring prosperity to everyone. There is no other way that we can bring prosperity to the entire world other than through educating people that they have to vibrate with a higher intelligence. So fundamentally what it boils down to is that you have to have a greater intelligence. So intelligence decides the outcome. So if you have a lower intelligence, then you are going to create a very mediocre reality. The higher the intelligence, we can do better in our life. So light body is about two things. One is gaining speed, and as it begins to vibrate at a greater speed, we will have greater intelligence, and then that results also in the cells moving from material reality to its original fundamental nature, which is light. So I will lead you through a number of meditation techniques, long techniques, long hours of meditation, so that you can experience what I am talking about in terms of turning a matter into light. So eventually what's going to happen is a couple of things. One, you will understand the relationship between mind over matter, which is how mind, which is intelligence, light, consciousness, is really the core, and matter is only just a result of it. So you can get into the domain of mastery over the mind, and by mastering the mind, then you will have control over your material circumstances. And this is going to start the golden age. All our educational systems will have to recognize at this point the power of the mind and its power over matter. And no matter who you are, whether you have education, formal education or not, you can and you will succeed, provided if you have the natural intelligence. Look at the people who have succeeded in life. Not all of them are PhD holders or MDs, but people like Bill Gates or Steve Jobs or Larry Ellison or Richard Branson, and these are the people who have made a difference in the world through their own discoveries and inventions. And how did they do it? It's not through formal training. It is because they knew deep down in their own heart that they can do it, that they have the light. So the light is really the asset. The asset has been given to every one of us. And we are born with that asset. So the light program will concentrate on bringing this, our inner light, into our practical use. I invite all of you to come either to Mount Shasta or the New York. So these are the only two programs that I will be doing alive in the United States.